Hey guys! Today we're diving headfirst into the glamorous, sometimes kinda gross, always fascinating world of makeup. And trust me, this ain't your grandma's compact we're talking about. Unless your grandma used Venetian ceruse, in which case, ouch. Did you know that in the 18th century, women in Europe used a lead-based white face paint called Venetian ceruse to achieve that perfect pale complexion? But here's the kicker. It was so toxic that it caused hair loss and rotted their teeth. Talk about suffering for beauty. Thankfully, we've come a long way since then. But before we get into all the amazing innovations and trends, let's take a trip down memory lane and uncover some of the craziest, most shocking moments in makeup history. Buckle up, buttercups, it's gonna be a wild ride. Welcome back to Ordinary Things Explained, where we dive into the history, fun facts, and darkest secrets of the everyday things you use. Today, we are bringing you to the colorful world of makeup, a special item that all people of all genders and all ages enjoys. Make sure your brushes are ready to paint colors in our faces. Let's kick things off with the OG beauty icon, Cleopatra. This Egyptian queen rocked a bold lip way before it was trendy. We're talking 69 to 30 BC, people. Her beauty routine was a little unconventional. Cleopatra was known for her striking beauty and secret makeup routine. Thanks to ancient records, we know what went down in her palace bathroom. Cleopatra was nothing if not resourceful. She crushed beetles to create a rich red pigment for her lips. I can't imagine that smelled very good. And it wasn't just beetles. She added crushed ants too. The formic acid in ants gave the lipstick a subtle shimmer. Cleopatra also loved using coal to line her eyes. Coal, made from ground-up minerals, made her eyes pop. Cleopatra could rock some serious eyeliner. Next time you struggle with your cat eye, remember Cleopatra and her beauty bugs. Moving on to the Renaissance period, a time of art, culture, and some seriously questionable beauty practices. You might think blush is just a harmless way to give your cheeks a rosy glow. But back in the day, it was quite literally a blush with death. During the Renaissance, women used a concoction called Venetian fucus to achieve that perfect rosy cheek. This wasn't your average blush. Venetian fucus contained cinnabar, a toxic mineral that's basically the ore of mercury. Yes, you heard that right. Mercury! Applying this deadly mixture gave women a radiant, healthy-looking flush. But the side effects? Not so pretty. Prolonged use caused mercury poisoning, leading to tremors, memory loss, and even death. Beauty truly had a dangerous price tag. So next time you swipe on some blush, be thankful it's free from deadly toxins. The Renaissance may have given us masterpieces like the Mona Lisa, but their beauty hacks? Maybe not so much. Fast forward a few centuries, and we find ourselves in the time of Queen Elizabeth I, another iconic ruler with a penchant for, shall we say, unique beauty standards. Now, Elizabeth was all about that pale, porcelain-like complexion. Think Snow White, but with more ruff. And to achieve this coveted look, the women of the Elizabethan era turned to a rather interesting ingredient: egg whites. Yup, you heard me right. They would literally slather egg whites all over their faces like some kind of protein-packed face mask. Now, I've heard of putting avocado and honey on your face, but egg whites? That's a new one. Apparently, the idea was that the egg whites would dry and tighten the skin, creating a smooth, flawless canvas for their makeup. But there was one major downside to this eggy beauty hack. It made it really hard to move your face. Imagine trying to crack a smile with a face full of dried egg whites. Not exactly the recipe for a good time, but hey, beauty is pain, right? Or at least, that's what they believed back then. And it wasn't just the egg whites that made the Elizabethan beauty routine so intense. They were also big fans of using white lead paint to further enhance their paleness. Yes, lead strikes again. I guess some things never go out of style, even if they are incredibly toxic. They would also use belladonna drops to dilate their pupils, giving them that wide-eyed, innocent look. Never mind that belladonna is a poisonous plant that can also cause blindness. It was all about achieving that perfect doe-eyed gaze. And to top it all off, they would often pluck their eyebrows and even their hairlines to create a more exaggerated forehead. Because, nothing says beauty like a five-head. So, while the Elizabethan era may have given us Shakespeare and some killer fashion, I think we can all agree that their beauty routine was best left in the past. Okay, let's fast forward to the 20th century, shall we? The 1900s brought about a revolution in the beauty industry, with new innovations and products popping up faster than you could say mascara. And speaking of mascara, did you know that the mascara we know and love today has a surprisingly heartwarming origin story? It all started with a guy named T.L. Williams, who, like any good brother, just wanted to help out his sister Mabel. Mabel was head over heels in love with a man named Chet. But there was just one tiny problem. Chet was hung up on another woman. Now, TL wasn't about to let his sister lose her man to some other gal, so he put on his thinking cap. He noticed that Mabel was using a mixture of Vaseline and coal dust to enhance her eyelashes, hoping to catch Chet's eye. But let's be real, coal dust? Not exactly the sexiest look. So, TL decided to take matters into his own hands. Being a resourceful guy, he whipped up a new concoction in his kitchen, combining ingredients like coal dust, hey, it worked for something, petroleum jelly, and other readily available materials. And guess what? It worked like a charm. Mabel's lashes looked longer, fuller, and way more alluring. Chet was instantly smitten. Mabel and Chet got hitched, and TL became the ultimate wingman. But the story doesn't end there. TL knew he had stumbled onto something special, so he decided to share his creation with the world. He refined his formula, packaged it up, and gave it a catchy name. Maybelline, a combination of his sister's name, Mabel, and you guessed it, Vaseline. And just like that, Maybelline, the mascara giant we know and love today, was born. It's crazy to think that a simple act of brotherly love led to the creation of one of the most iconic makeup brands of all time. Let's talk about the 1940s, a time of global conflict and surprising beauty innovation. During World War II, resources were scarce and makeup was rationed. But did that stop women from looking fabulous? Absolutely not. They weren't about to let their beauty routines fall by the wayside. Many saw maintaining their appearance as a way to boost morale. With limited access to makeup, they got creative. These women were resourceful. They mastered DIY beauty, creating homemade concoctions. One popular substitute was beet juice. It doubled as an effective lip stain. Women dabbed beet juice for a rosy tint. It was all natural and cheaper than lipstick. They also used burnt cork. Burnt cork made a decent eyeliner substitute. They created dramatic eye looks with it. These hacks show the ingenuity and resilience of women during tough times. All right, folks, let's jump into our time machine and zoom all the way to the 21st century. Hold on tight, because we're about to dive headfirst into the world of K-beauty, the Korean beauty phenomenon that's taken the world by storm. Now, I don't know about you, but my skincare routine used to be pretty basic. Wash my face, slap on some moisturizer, and call it a day. But then K-beauty came along and changed everything. Suddenly, I was hearing about things like essences, ampules, and sheet masks, and I had no idea what any of it meant. But I was intrigued, and I knew I had to learn more. K-beauty is all about innovation, gentle ingredients, and achieving that coveted glass skin. You know, that luminous, dewy complexion that looks like it's lit from within. And let me tell you, it's not just hype. Korean beauty brands are seriously next level, constantly coming up with new and exciting products and technologies that have revolutionized the way we approach skincare and makeup. One of the things people love most about K-beauty is the emphasis on skincare as the foundation for a flawless makeup look. They believe that if you take good care of your skin, your makeup will look that much better. And honestly, they're not wrong. K-beauty isn't just about skincare. It's also about having fun with makeup. And let's not forget about sheet masks. These little packets of skincare goodness are like a mini spa treatment for your face. And they come in every variety imaginable, from hydrating and brightening to anti-aging and acne fighting. I mean, who doesn't love the feeling of slapping a cold, serum-soaked sheet mask onto their face after a long day? It's the ultimate form of self-care. The world of makeup is dominated by several big brands that have become household names. From luxury brands like Chanel and Dior, to more accessible names like Maybelline and L'Oreal, these companies have shaped the beauty industry in significant ways. Chanel revolutionized beauty with timeless elegance, while Dior brought haute couture to cosmetics. Maybelline made high-quality makeup accessible, and L'Oreal led in beauty innovation. These brands have not only shaped trends, but also influenced societal perceptions of beauty. They've transformed makeup into powerful tools of self-expression and empowerment. And there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour through the history of makeup, from ancient Egypt to modern-day Korea. We've seen it all, from crushed Beetles and egg-white face masks to innovative mascaras and game-changing skincare routines. So, whether you're a makeup minimalist or a full glam enthusiast, remember that makeup has a fascinating history filled with highs and lows. From toxic concoctions to life-changing innovations, makeup has always been about so much more than just covering up imperfections. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of makeup, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and leave a comment about your favorite makeup era. And don't forget to subscribe to Ordinary Things Explained for more intriguing stories behind the everyday items you love. On the next episode, we are going to talk about green papers, money. See you guys.